Hi, I'm Jared.
And I'm Matthew.
And welcome to Let's Drink and Drive, the show where we drink
and drive.
In this episode, we are actually drinking homemade margaritas.
Yes.
We've started these already, so we're both officially on drink 3.
Yes. No, 4. Our last episode was drink 3, wasn't it? I might be drunk, so I don't know. Don't trust me to count.
I'm pretty sure we're on 3.
This is actually my first time having a non-pre-mixed margarita, so...
So yeah, basically this is Jose Cuervo for the tequila, triple sec, I'm not sure what brand, lime juice, ice and salt.
Yeah, and we're having them on the rocks with the salt on the rim, which is nice. I do enjoy coming to this bar, as I do every week. So, hey, you just drank without cheersing.
Well, we were already drinking it.
That's true.
Okay,
but
cheers.
There we go.
That was terrible. Let's do it again.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
That's going to be
that
awesome.
Lovely clank.
Yeah.
All right.
That might pose audio issues later. Having the clinking ice glass.
We'll be all right.
So we're still under the $50,000 threshold that we set for ourselves. A completely arbitrary threshold for us to borrow money to buy our own truck.
Exactly. So, is that a 64?
Wait, is that really? Yeah.
It's like it's like a block away.
I think we need to resort. It's 390 euro.
That's crazy.
Oh, we could go to London. Oh, we've done the London Rotterdam thing.
We have.
That's been done.
That's old.
So is that one.
I wonder if we can go deeper into Germany.
Wait, was that Calais to some other place?
We have not been to Southampton.
It's a different part of Great Britain. Ooh, it looks like a coastal route too.
I kind of want to go more east.
You want to go to Germany?
Oh,
okay.
You know what? There's actually we might have to do this on a future chapter. There is an expansion or DLC to the game. Oh, what did I just do?
I have no idea. Toggle the tips
called Heading East or something along those lines, and it basically opens up other eastern cities. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the ones we can see here are included. Maybe it opens up more of Poland.
That'd be cool.
So we might be doing that on
we can go to Italy?
On a later episode. Let's see if we can...
Oh, let's go to Stuttgart. That's pretty short. So...
We can do a short one.
We're about 2,000 euro away from 500 or 50,000.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh no, yeah. So we'll be good.
So
with this.
Yeah, we're good with that one.
Let's do it. I mean, we haven't come up with a slogan before we start a map or before we start a run.
We should do that. You know what? Everybody's doing it now. Let's crowdsource it.
Let's crowdsource it?
Let's have our listeners comment.
Well, here's the problem, Matthew, with that. We don't have very many listeners at this point.
That's a good point. So let's small crowdsource it.
Small Sorry, so for the 6 people that watch this video, please give us your comments.
I could have my mom come up with something. Whatever. We do this for the love of the game.
Exactly, yeah. We don't do this...
For the love of getting hammered while driving large trucks around Europe.
There is no monetary...
and for... I'm going to just do this right now. For having Charlene make me dinner when I come over.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I just tried the one light button that we didn't know that worked.
Oh, I see.
And we have flashing lights. Go ahead and camera 2 for me, if you would.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's a hazard light. That
is fancy. Where's it coming from, though?
I have no idea.
It just seems to be...
It's emanating from the truck itself. Is there another camera angle? Here, stop moving around so I don't...
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
That's strange. It's not exactly working with physics, but that's okay.
Alright, let me get you back in the truck here.
Lights. High beams. No, those are on, and then the high beams are... Okay.
Right, you have the dashboard lights first, and then the high beams.
Dashboard confessionals.
Thank you, 2003.
Anywho, so today's episode will be about mobile gaming?
Yeah, I came up with the idea. I sort of forced it on Jared because that's the kind of personality I have. And because I was just messing around. I have an iPhone 5S, and yes, I did that just to brag about the phone that I have. But my uncle also has an iPhone, and he's huge into racing games. like loves racing. He had a wheel before I even knew what that was, like when I was a kid.
Wheels being a pretty new invention.
Well, you know what I mean. Like the racing wheel for the PC and all that stuff. Like I don't know, I was probably 13, 14 and didn't actually know what that was, and went to his house and he had the whole setup. He's a big Formula 1 fan, that sort of thing. So he's big into racing games. I'm like, well, are there any good racing games for the iPhone? And it just happened this week that
the answer is no.
The answer is, yeah. Well, ultimately the answer did turn out to be no, for me at least, because he had actually recommended a couple of games to me earlier. One of them is like Real Racing 3, and it was okay. I mean, it's a free to play game, and I think maybe my issue with mobile gaming is more the free to play model than anything else, because you can level up and everything, but it takes you a minute. You have to sit there with your phone for a minute while it upgrades your car, which to me is just ridiculous.
Yeah, the whole...
I mean, you can buy credits to make it go faster is the point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The pay-to-play model or the pay-to-win model, I'm not really interested in that at all.
Right, yeah. So I guess maybe that's my issue that I have with the mobile gaming, because you don't get that a lot with PC or console gaming. You get that some with like MMOs and things like that, where you can pay to level up, but it's not necessarily required because you're paying for the game and the expansions and whatever it is. So, but I tried just this week the featured app on the Apple Store, whatever you call it, iTunes Store, whatever you want to call it, was the Ridge Racer, which is a game that I'm quite fond of, as I've played it every iteration that they've had it.
Everyone, I'm eating this red light.
Yeah, you totally didn't. You got 350 euro offense.
That makes up for all the offenses you've
Yeah,
had.
that's true. But you know what? You're human, so at least I know that now. You're not some superhuman truck driver. It's raining now. All right.
The only Ridge Racer I've played was for, I believe, the original PlayStation. And I remember I didn't much like it very much, mainly because when you hit the wall, all that happened was you like slowed down and bounced off the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, those are original PlayStation, so, it didn't necessarily have the best physics.
The original
model.
PlayStation also had Destruction Derby.
Oh, that's
which
true.
had full damage models.
Right.
So
Ooh,
that's
Thunderstorm.
just not the route they wanted to go with that game. So understandable.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Ridge Racer has always been, and probably will always be, a more arcade style racer. I mean, now especially with the model they're going with is like the drifting, right? So like you drift to go faster, you drift to get turbo and all that stuff. And I have a PSP and bought that at launch. Along with Luminous, which is probably one of my favorite puzzle games ever, but that's a different topic. And I played that for a long time. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't simulation, like 100% straight on, simulation, but it's a lot of fun. And there's a lot of value in those types of games, I think. So with getting this Ridge Racer game from the app of the week, which they give you a free an app that you normally would pay for is free for a week on the App Store. Okay. So that was it for this week, and I just downloaded it yesterday. And my besides the free-to-play or whatever model you want to call it, the controls for a mobile racing game are the most disorienting and hard to get used to controls that I've ever had to deal with in a game.
Was this game motion or tilt sensitive?
It was, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
which is both most games are.
Yeah, both Real Racing and the Ridge Racer game were tilt steering. The gas pedal or the accelerator was automatic, and you had to tap for the brake.
Okay.
And in this case, in Ridge Racer, obviously drifting being a big part of the mechanics, you had to tap the brake to drift. And I apparently suck at that because I would hit where the area of the phone where the brake pedal is. There's a little outline of a brake pedal. Mm-hmm. And my car wouldn't drift. And I'd be like tilting my body and the phone in like the most awkward direction in order to get the thing to try to drift. Mm-hmm. And yeah, apparently that's not how that game works. So.
Now, when you're doing that, specifically playing on an old device and you have to tilt the screen, do you also tilt your head and body?
Yes. Yeah, and that's part of it. I mean, at first I didn't, and you can't play that way. You literally cannot. You lose track of, just the spatial awareness, I guess. of like, because your perspective changes,
Right.
obviously. So it would be like if I didn't tell you that I was changing the camera on this, and I did, and all of a sudden you probably would lose sight of where you are or where you want to go.
I had a similar experience playing a motorcycle sim, because I like to drive first person if possible.
Right.
But with that game, it was very difficult because I basically had to tilt my head in order to see where I was going.
Because you're basically, I'm assuming it's like a motorcycle racing game where you're going completely on your side. To
Exactly. Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
So
tracky game. Well, what's the racing term for that?
A what?
Motorcycle racing.
Oh, well, that type of motorcycle racing is GP, MotoGP.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the Formula One of like
Exactly.
bicycle. Yeah, bicycle. Yeah, the Formula One of bicycle racing, which I'm sure exists in some sort of hipster neighborhood in New York City. Sorry, hipsters in New York City.
Have you seen the guy who he broke a speed record for manually powered bicycling? And it
Sorry, I
basically,
couldn't answer because I was drinking at the time.
he just had this huge gear ratio on his bike.
Really?
And I'm pretty sure it was locked.
That's crazy.
He didn't have multiple speeds.
Yeah. That.
I can't remember what the speed was that he broke, but it was
for some reason I was just thinking.
amazingly fast.
I'm sure it was, and I was thinking of the guy that went for that downhill record. I don't know if you've seen this. It's on YouTube though. Conveniently, this website where we are right now.
Yes.
It's a guy that did dress up in this like speed suit that had like all kinds of aerodynamic modifications to it, and he got on literally just a bike, which I'm sure was also modified, and tried to set the land speed record for a downhill bike.
And where did this take place?
On a volcano.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was he being chased by lava?
No, that would have been
like a video
way
game I played
awesome.
once.
Like I feel like if Michael Bay had directed that video, it would have had like lava and explosions. And
Exactly.
Stuff. But
We're almost there.
let me just say, I want you to watch the video, and I don't want to ruin it for you. But he did. I'm just gonna say he did not break the record. He did not break.
Did he break his neck?
He didn't go that far, I don't think. But you should just watch it. And if anybody watching has not seen it,
Is there any lava involved?
there's no lava.
Oh.
I mean, it's
probably not
on
gonna
the side of a
watch
volcano, but it's not like it's like erupting at the time. Just I mean that would obviously make it more dramatic, and I kind of wish that had happened now. But all right, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but
So do you know what the record is?
no. I'm sorry. I should have remembered that.
That's understandable. That'll be in the comments.
Yeah.
Or the description, maybe. Was there anything more you needed to say about mobile gaming?
No, that was about it. Just the control model is terrible, and the free-to-play model sucks. That was basically, those were my 2 points.
I definitely agreed with both of those points.
We have to stop agreeing on everything.
We do, yeah.
Otherwise,
we need
this
some
show
differing
gets
opinions.
really boring. But I did I will say, this is the first time I think we drove through a thunderstorm. I think the last couple of times it's just been raining, like when we've had any kind of weather.
I agree.
So, no, you're supposed to say that thunderstorms suck.
I stopped.
Oh, look at you!
Wow. Hey, look at that.
Jared, for the first time in like 9 episodes, you've stalled.
Oh, this
Actually, I think this is the
I'm
9th
in the
episode.
too.
Well, at least don't do like I did last episode and just give up after a minute. Or do that. That's probably okay too.
Oh man, this is... Alright, pull out over here. And go this way.
This is the most exciting and tense part of the episode. It's also the part where we're the quietest. Because I really want you to make this.
Let's see what we can do here.
Alright.
This is gonna be tough.
Jared's
Oh, I'm not in reverse.
not in reverse.
His approach.
Oh, and he's lined that up pretty well.
So yeah, I haven't played many mobile.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
not even close. Where
No.
is this thing?
Well, I don't know. Do you want
It's
to?
to my right. No, that's okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know where I am.
Oh, you see it. You see it. Yeah, you were
just
definitely
gotta get over here.
just a little bit off.
I bought a PSP probably like a year after it launched.
Okay.
Mainly because it was the Big Boss Edition, I think it was called. It came with Metal Gear Peace Walker, and it was camouflage, or is camouflage. I still own it. And I tried. I was gonna get into it, and I had time at work at the time, and I was excited to play it. And I tried playing Peace Walker, and I found it literally unplayable.
Oof.
Because of the controls on the PSP.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that generation, the PSP has only the one stick. It makes it really difficult to control everything.
Yep.
I mean, on my PSP, I had Medal of Honor, which is fun, but again, really difficult to control. And I think with the Vita, I've played it a couple times. They have the second stick on there. It does resolve, and it's got a lot of touch controls and stuff like that too. Ooh, you were just a little bit off there.
It's
it still gave it to you. Might as well.
See, here's the thing. My trailer doesn't need to stay there. Or, I'm sorry, the trailer stays there. My cab doesn't.
Right. So you have to get the trailer in there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Basically, since I didn't use the PSP, I decided I wanted to turn it into a emulator. So I installed the custom firmware, and that's what I'm using it for.
Which is a big thing for PSP. You don't see that a lot with like the DS and stuff like that.
No, not that I've found anywhere.
So. That was good. Good job parking, mostly.
So that was, now, I'm not even sure what episode we're on at this point.
I'm not sure either.
But this is Chapter 3, Part 2.
That works for me.
That's kind of the rhythm we've been going here. But once again, my name is Jared.
And I'm Matthew.
This has been Let's Drink and Drive. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.